For the next few hours, nothing exists except for Cleveland high school sports. Because the Quad Brothers are here. Outlaw!
Greetings and salutations, my good friends. This is the Quad Brothers Sports Show on One Unit Media Network. I am not Kevin Hanley. I don't know where our fearless leader is. He's somewhere in the wind. This is your boy Philly Phil, a.k.a. Fabulous Phil, here with my partners in the building. Got my boy Eli Robinson.
What up?
Got my boy Reggie Red.
Yo.
And we got a lot to get into today. We'll be going over the NCAA tournament. You already know how that's going. Reg is leading us right now. I don't know how. I don't know why.
I don't know how either.
We'll go ahead. We'll get into, something I definitely want to get into. Reg, we owe that young boy an apology. We owe that young man an apology. I see the look on your face. You don't want to admit it, but you know you need to admit it.
We gotta see how it is next year, man. I need to see meaningful basketball. Anybody can do the K-Love in Minnesota trick.
We'll go over some of the baseball news, baseball previews. Baseball season does start this week. This is weird. It's still March and baseball is starting already. But
hope it doesn't snow on April 1st.
They probably will, knowing it's Cleveland. It's Cleveland. This is why I don't understand. Every Midwest and East Coast team that isn't in the dome should start the season off on the West Coast. Period. Yep. I don't know why.
I agree.
I don't understand why that is, but whatever. There's also a few other things we need to get into. I wanted to get into LeBron not making the playoffs as well, so we'll go over that as well. There's a couple of news before we get started. Rob Gronkowski is retiring.
On to the WWE, man.
Why does that just make sense? Now that you just said that.
He going to the WWE.
Seriously, though. Now that you just said that, why does that actually make sense? I could actually see him doing that just because he just has the personality for it. I would actually enjoy it considering the fact that I think wrestling is the most boring thing on television right about now.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, they watered it down because of PG.
Dude, I am from the Attitude Era, so you know me. I need to see beer trucks. I need to see people flipping people the bird, doing...
Now, hold that thought because WWE is going to Fox Sports.
What?
Yeah, they're moving to Fox. Yeah, they're moving to Fox Sports in
no
2019.
No more PG-13 act, please.
Exactly.
Pretty
Fox
please.
doesn't want it. It wasn't want. They don't want it because Brock Lesnar is actually moving to SmackDown now.
Oh my God, Brock Lesnar is still wrestling.
Yeah,
dude is
they all hate him.
Dude is like 50 years old, isn't he?
Yeah, but he in shape.
That's
top
crazy.
Shit, he was thinking about going back to UFC too, man.
Brock Lesnar still wrestling. Go ahead. I'm not mad at you. So Rob Gronkowski is retiring here. I just wanted to go ahead and salute to him, send off to him. One of the greatest tight ends to ever play the game. I don't know how this is going to affect the Patriots. I'm pretty sure you guys are happy about it, and I should be happy too because this weekend's the Patriots. This might just creak the door open just a little bit for the Browns this year.
You really think so?
Just a little bit. This year, not so much, but in the future, I mean, it's time, isn't it? I mean, Gronk is retiring. Tom Brady's like, what, 30, 40-something years old?
Tom Brady, 40.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I bet you.
Yeah.
What pick does the New England Patriots have?
Somewhere in the bottom. I know that.
So that tight end from Iowa, Noah Fant, is going to be there.
Oh my God, I hope. Oh jeez, that's just no. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. So, just looking at his career numbers, 521 receptions, 7,860 yards, 79 touchdowns. I didn't realize that Gronk was only around for 9 years. Why did it feel like he's been around for longer than that?
Yeah, I thought that too.
That's crazy. But,
Remember about 7-8 years ago, they had Robert Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez.
Man, Aaron Hernandez, man, I don't
He
understand
screwed
that,
him.
man.
Yeah, he screwed his life up,
You
bro.
couldn't leave the thug life alone. You had made it, bro. You really had made it, and you still want to be a Worcester, Massachusetts thug.
Yep.
Go ahead about your business and everything. But shout out to Rob Gronkowski. Salute to you. Hope all is well. Go Patriots. Hope you guys suck this year. Whatever. And other news before I wanted to get started here. I know we were all holding our breath earlier today when we saw Jose Ramirez go down after getting a pitch hit off his knee. Looks like he has been diagnosed with a knee contusion.
Okay, so that's day to day. Yeah.
That's about day to day. Hopefully, he probably won't be ready for opening day. So we won't have Francisco Lindor
or
Jose
Ramirez. Or if it's worth anything, Jason Kipnis. I don't.
Or
know
Danny Salazar.
We don't care about
those two.
Kipnis,
Don't
man.
really
Yeah.
mean anything. But we won't basically have our offense for the start of the season. Isn't that
We
wonderful?
don't really care about Kipnis.
We don't. That's literally our offense: Jose Ramiro and Francisco Lindor, and we're not
Right.
going to have them all, either one of them, for the start of the season. And I just the one thing for me about the Indians every year is, can we get off to a good start? And I don't know if this is going to happen this year again.
What team in our division do y'all think ready to challenge?
Minnesota.
None.
Minnesota.
Absolutely none.
I'm scared of Minnesota.
I'm not scared of any of them.
Minnesota got some young talent, though.
I'm not scared of any of them.
Listen, Minnesota always gives us the most trouble.
I'm not scared
Every
of
single
any of
year.
them.
Even if we're leading the division, they always play us tough. You ever heard of that guy, Max Kepler?
Yeah, of course.
Dude can hit for. Dude is unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
They still have Miguel Sano.
Still got Miguel, and they still got starting pitching.
Yeah.
Okay, don't sleep on Minnesota, man. I'm just telling you.
I don't see it. I see it like all these teams are at least 1 or 2 years away. Well, except for Kansas City. Kansas City is like light years away. But other than that, I feel like this is the last hurrah for us. I feel like, we'll win the division this year. We won't do anything in the postseason unless we have some miraculous miracle run with the pitchers and everything. But it seems to me that every time we have the pitching to go for in the postseason, Kluber breaks down.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor Bauer unexpectedly always gets injured the last month of the season, and I don't know why. For the past 2 years, he's gotten injured the last month of the season. Cookie, has Cookie ever been injured? We've had Cookie for most of the runs, haven't we? Okay.
Yeah.
And Danny Salazar, for whatever reason, has literally just disappeared off the face of the earth.
He was good 3 years ago.
And there was a time I thought Salazar was better than Carrasco.
That's how I felt.
And I, as much as people love Bauer here, do y'all trust Bauer?
No,
I don't trust him.
I think he's a jerk.
I know that.
He could pitch, though.
Yeah, he can pitch.
That's beyond me. I'm just in a big game situation. Are you really gonna trust him?
I'd rather see him than Corey Kluber. I can tell you that.
Got it.
That's so sad. You know how sad that is? That Kluber is literally supposed to be on the ace of your team, and you would rather see Bauer than Kluber in a big game situation. But here's the thing, though. Is it because he's always worn down at the end of the season, or is it just ever since 2016? And I don't know if it was because we literally rode him to that World Series. Like, even in the remember that he was good in the postseason.
Yeah.
But when we got to the World Series, he was just like, look, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. And it's just, I feel like it's a mental thing. Like, he's carried it on. He's been phenomenal in the regular season, but when that postseason clicks, it's just like, I can't, I don't know what's going on. So we'll get into the baseball preview a little bit later on here. Right now, you know where I'm going, Reg. You know where I'm going. You know where I'm going.
I'm just waiting on it. Come on, let's go.
You know where I'm going, Eli.
Yeah.
So, literally, I would just like to apologize. I don't know if on the behalf of Reg, but I will apologize on the behalf of myself. I wish Kev was here today because I know Kev would be rubbing it in my face right now. Like, look, I told you, was on the Colin Sexton hater bandwagon. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was a bum. I didn't think he would amount to anything. And I'm not gonna lie. I believe rightfully so. If you looked at him in the first half of the season, he was garbage.
Yeah, it was terrible.
He was garbage. I literally didn't put the stats down for the first half, which I should have, but I believe he was scoring like 12 points a game the first half of the season.
If that.
It was terrible. His jump shot was horrible. His flow for the offense was just, there was none. I mean, literally, teammates were yelling at him because he was taking terrible shots. He wasn't making good decisions with the basketball. And I was just looking. I was like, yo, we traded Kyrie for this dude? Like, this is supposed to be the future of our franchise. I was like, yo, we in trouble. Like, for real. We definitely in trouble. And I'm not going to lie, I didn't want to believe it at first. I was just like, it's February. It's the middle of February. It's the end of February. And then it rolled into March. And then mid-March. And now here we are since the end of March. So since January 29th, Colin Sexton has upped his average from, I swear it was like at 12, if that, to 20 points per game. His rebounds and assists, now, the assists from a point guard standpoint, that's just, it's not going to cut it. I don't know if this will come with experience or if he just, you know, he's just one of those guards that he's just like, look, give me the ball and I'm going. 45% from the field, 45% from three. That is amazing to me because I swear he had the ugliest looking, flattest looking jump shot I have ever seen in a Cavs uniform. I remember I was sitting there one day with my partner and literally I watched his jump shot literally skim off the front of the rim. Like it didn't go over the rim. It hit the front of the rim and hit it and bounced to the other side. So for him to be shooting 45% from three since January 29th showed me he's actually working on something.
Hey, you know what? I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
The thing about Colin Sexton coming out of Alabama is he was weak behind the arc, but his mid-range game is off the charts. Nobody can beat his mid-range game.
And he quick as ever.
Yeah.
So his last 7 games, he's had 27-6, 28-5, 26-1, 23-3, 28-4, 27-1, 25-3.
I mean, I will admit, since the beginning of the season up to this point, Colin Sexton has gotten a lot better. But we also have to take into it's the Cleveland Cavaliers right now. So like you said, we in January, we in February, and you look at the Cleveland Cavaliers on your schedule, and you automatically think we're gonna beat Cleveland, we're gonna win. So you're not gonna get the other team best punch. So I got to see this from a clean slate starting next season, where everybody's at 0-0, and all the games mean something from the beginning. And let's see how you play when pressure's on. There's no pressure. No, we know we're not going to the playoffs.
No, we're not going anywhere.
So, I mean, you can go out there and jack up shots and not feel any pressure, and you know what I mean?
But he done led a few comebacks, Rick. Come on, you got to give him something.
I said he has. I said he's gotten better. He's gotten better, but these teams are not taking us serious right now.
They're not. That's true. They're not. They're not, and rightfully so. I wouldn't take the Cavaliers seriously either. So, am I wrong for thinking that next year? Now, granted, I don't think we'll make the playoffs next year. But am I wrong for thinking that with these improvements, and if we improve on defense, can we at least be a little bit better next year?
You don't think we'll make the playoffs if we get Zion or Barrett?
If we get Zion, I'm going to get to Barrett in a second. If we get Zion, yes. Yes. If we get Zion, I absolutely expect at least contention for the playoffs next year. At least contention, at the very least. I mean, Reg, I'm not sold on RJ. I'm not sold on RJ Barrett because I don't want him to get here and just start jacking the ball up like a crazy boy. I don't understand it. Like sometimes I just look at him and his shot selection. I look at
He a
him
volume
and
shooter.
his decision making, and I'm just like, oh God, like
He's a volume shooter.
yo, you. I don't even know who to describe him as. He reminds me of Carmelo Anthony when Carmelo Anthony was bad. like not the good Carmelo Anthony when he was pouring it in. Like, you know, when he's off, and when he's on, he's on. And I'm just like, I don't.
You know who he remind me of? Who he looks exactly like on the basketball floor, but can get to the rim. He remind me of C.J. Miles.
Oh, that's a bad.
I'm serious, but when C.J. Miles get hot, we all know C.J.
got hot.
We don't need a volume shooter. We need a consistent shooter.
You're right,
And
that's who he reminds me of, though.
But here's the thing that bothers me about that as well. I'm just like everything. See, here's one thing that just hit me the other day. I was riding home and I was listening to some podcast. It was about the draft, and they were talking about how you know, after the top 2 or top 3, you know, with Zion, you know, if you want to throw Ja in there, and then you throw
Who was Ja, the kid from Murray State?
Yeah.
He came on strong.
and then you want to throw RJ in there. After that,
It's a big fall.
bruh, it just
No,
bottoms
it's not.
out.
No, it's not. I'll tell you what. I saw this kid yesterday. His name is Nas Reed from LSU.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah,
guy's a
okay.
beast.
But you know, he's projected. Well, he was projected to go in the mid rounds. We'll see what happens after
He's
the
projected to go
tournament.
number 19.
We'll go. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he'll jump up to the lower lottery section. But after those 3, it's just like this huge drop off. And why is it that every time we end up with a top pick, it's one of the weakest classes in the NBA draft? The last time we had a top pick, now mind you,
Anthony Bennett.
no, Andrew Wiggins.
Oh, Andrew Wiggins.
Now mind you, we thought Andrew Wiggins and Jabari Parker were gonna be something special.
Neither are.
Both of them are garbage.
Jabari Parker coming off the bench. He's a
garbage.
bench player.
He's garbage. And Andrew Wiggins, and I don't understand how he got that max deal from Minnesota. I know some people in the hood right now that can give you what Andrew Wiggins gives you on the NBA court. Y'all want to pay somebody $100 million to go out there and not do squat. But it seems like every time we get the top pick, it's just like there's just we're lukewarm about this top pick or these top 3 players. So if we don't get the number 1 pick, in my head, I'm trying to figure out exactly who do we take, not Zion. I was thinking about even, hey, would Colin Sexton and Ja work in the backcourt? And I'm just like, on the offensive side of the ball, yeah, that's fine. But when it comes down to defense, everybody's just going to be scoring. And the way that the backcourts are set up in the NBA today, man, we would be at least giving up 50 points in the backcourt every night. I could see it because neither of them play very good defense. So, I don't know. I just think that with this improvement, I appreciate what Colin is doing and what Colin is working on. And, you know, to your point, Reg, I do understand that, you know, if this is basically garbage time of the NBA season, it's almost time for playoffs. I believe I was talking to the executive for the ticketing department in Cavs. I believe we only got 2 more home games left.
Like the game we just beat Milwaukee. Greek Freak didn't even play. So I mean, I throw stuff out like that.
You threw that out.
Yeah,
you threw that out. I'm not even going front. I was like, oh, okay, that's not. And matter of fact, I think we played them again today, and I think he played.
And you know what happened?
I'm just trying. 127 to 105. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Didn't we lose that game?
Yeah.
Keep on losing.
127 to 105. Yeah. Okay, so no. You see,
and Duke is trailing UCF
Yes.
70-68 with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game. Get it together, Duke. Get it together.
UCF, let's go.
Get it together.
Let's go. I knew something in my head told me. We're going to get to that, coming up in the next segment, but something told me not to pick Duke. I don't know what it was. But something I was just like, nah, that's just
Who did you
too
pick to
easy.
win? North Carolina?
Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky.
I was like, That's just too easy. That's way too easy just to pick Duke and go ahead and then secure that.
Come on, you can't go home, Duke.
I mean, you can't, but they expose themselves to me a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Not the UCF though.
No,
Come on,
no,
man. You can't
not
lose
that.
to UCF.
I mean, during that stretch when Zion was injured, I was just like, yo,
It's tied 70-70.
this
now.
is a completely different team when Zion's not on the floor. And for whatever it's worth, you know, I would take the assumption of, okay, well, we gonna go ahead, we gonna let Zion get what he get. Let's see what RJ and Cam gonna do. Is anybody else gonna show up besides Zion?
Cam is trash to me, honestly.
That's the crazy thing about it. When I was so high on Cam
Cam,
when the
trash
season
to
first
me.
started, and it seems like now, granted, I know you're playing third fiddle behind, you know, one of the greatest college players and RJ Barrett, but man, you gotta at least show me something, and he hasn't shown me anything this year, and I don't know, man. As far as for, you know, the college game and everything, that's fine. But I'm more so looking towards who we can draft. I'm using this as who we can draft, you know, for the Cavs, and it's very disappointing to me right now. I'm just sitting here looking. Zion has 30, RJ has 14, Cam has 10.
Zion just turned the ball over.
Crap.
RJ is 5 for 13. That's not bad. 2 for 3 from threes. So I mean, we'll see what happens here. What is it? It's 72-70, 246. This is the time when we need a TV.
Yeah.
This is the time we need a TV in the studio, so we all can just be sitting here just looking, just okay. Wait
Close
a minute,
game
wait a
alert.
minute. Yeah, this is a close game for this will literally
Break my bracket.
blow y'all brackets up. Blow it up. I would declare myself, as long as Kentucky don't do nothing stupid tonight, boy. As long as y'all don't do nothing stupid tonight.
Is North Carolina still in it?
Yeah, North Carolina's still in. North Carolina's still in. So, no, we'll get to that in the second, dude. But there's another player that I wanted to look at tonight here. And I believe he plays for Texas Tech, if I'm not believe. I just don't know what exactly we need. Who is our starting shooting guard? Do y'all know who our starting shooting guard is?
Clarkson?
Jordan
He's the
Clarkson.
sixth man.
He's the sixth man. And by the way, he's balling,
He's
but
balling.
it aggravates me. Like, where was this last year? Like, I was depending on you last year.
I just said, Phil, when it counts, it's different from when it's pressure on the line and then it's meaningless basketball.
You coming off the bench, scoring at least 20 points a game. Do you know how much Brian could have used that last year?
He felt the pressure.
Oh my God! And I don't know. I don't know what to do with the Cavs. I do know one thing, and I'll ask y'all what y'all think about it. Seeing as the Browns are now the hottest thing in Cleveland right now,
Forget Cleveland, the world.
and I had the opportunity last year, well, not last year, a couple of years ago when they were really terrible, after the 0-16 season, to buy season tickets for $500 measly dollars.
Wow.
$500
And you did.
Good seats?
measly dollars. They weren't good, but they weren't terrible. They
Okay.
weren't up there.
Right.
And I laughed. I said, "You want me to spend $500 on the Browns? You got to be kidding! I get tickets for free." And now look at me. Now look, I could have
What season tickets
renewed
now?
my season
For
tickets
$500.
for at least probably a little bit more, because Baker did his thing last year, so it'd probably been around $1,000, which is still cool.
Yeah.
And then
This.
OBJ comes.
Yeah.
What they going for now?
They
You
don't
can't get them now.
No, you got to be on
There
the waiting
is
list.
a waiting list. Like back when we first got here in '99, when there was a waiting list for the first, I don't know how many seasons until we realize, oh, this is going to be terrible for a while. There is a waiting list now. Reg, a waiting list.
We already was selling out games.
A waiting list. I missed my opportunity.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking
Just think about
$1,300 for Cavs season tickets. This is before, Zion is coming.
And Phil, just think about it. If you would have had the Browns, we're going to get some Monday night games. We're going to get Thursday night football games.
Do you understand?
We're going to get all type of prime time games this year.
Do you understand? Now, here's the bad thing about it. I might have missed a couple of shows from y'all. I'm not gonna lie. If it had been Sunday, that Rams game, I'd let y'all know. Like, look, I don't know what to tell you, but I don't know. So we'll see what happens, with the Cavs and everything. I just hope everything works out to its advantage. I'm tired of bad basketball. I don't know what'll happen if we get Zion or not. I just know that Colin Sexton has improved. I'm sorry. Reg says he's sorry. Just prove it to us again next year, and we'll be good to go.
And Duke, get your stuff together. You're down by 4 with 2 minutes left.
Yes. All right, Eli. We're gonna go on a quick break here. What's the name of the first song?
The name of the first song is called "Angels" by William Beats. This is the Quad Brothers Sports Show on One Unit Media Network.
The Quad.
William Murder in the beat. 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 William Murder in the beat.
Oh,
76-75.
Oh, 76-75, 14 seconds left. Could this be it?
I think it is.
Could this be it?
Oh.
This cannot be happening. You cannot be Duke and lose in the second round. They fouled Taco. They
Oh,
fouled Taco.
man.
I don't even know if he can make free throws. I know he big as ever. Can he make free throws?
It's foul on him or on him.
Oh,
It's
okay.
on him.
Okay. This is crazy.
That's
this
the
is
7'6" kid, right?
yeah. This
been out
is
there balling,
absolutely
too.
crazy. So while they are sitting there holding their breath, I will go to our bracket challenge. And the reason why that they are so enamored in this game is because Eli and Reg picked Duke to win the national
Zion
championship
just made
this year.
the free throw.
Okay, so
Made the layup. I'm sorry.
okay, so what's the score?
76-75, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 14 seconds left.
And UCF got the possession arrow.
We up.
Oh,
we up.
RJ. Zion missed the free throw. RJ got the rebound and put it back in.
7. Let's go.
I can't believe this. I can't believe this. Come on, UCF. Come on. Oh man, this is man. See, like I said,
This is March Madness.
This
March
is
Madness.
why we need a TV. Cause man, this is killing me trying to watch this on ESPN Gamecast. I'm dying over here, man.
God.
I just had a commercial on Gamecast. That's terrible.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, if Gus Johnson was doing this game, he would.
I
he
don't
would
understand
go
why
nuts.
Oh my God, Texas Tech is blowing out Buffalo. Jesus,
Yeah, that's good. Yes.
my bracket is terrible. My bracket's god
Beating my
awful.
Falcons.
My bracket is god awful. So they're still in timeout here. 7 seconds left, second half. Duke up 177-76. 7 seconds to go. Second round. This is the second round.
Second round.
You're not even in the Sweet 16 and you already having problems.
I got to get to stalking y'all brackets. Who did y'all have over Virginia Tech and Liberty?
We getting ready to go over the brackets in just one moment. We definitely getting ready to go over the bracket
gotta make
because
sure.
I'm trying to figure out
Oh my God!
what happened.
They leading by one.
Who?
Liberty.
Oh, don't scare us like that. Don't scare us. You know what I'm saying? You almost gave me a heart attack. I was getting ready to jump up, do the running man on y'all and everything. Like,
Phil want to know how I got that jump. I know what Phil. He want to know how I got up.
Oh, man. No, I know how you got it because I picked some terrible game. I was trying for the upset in the first round, and I see this ain't the tournament for upsets. This is the tournament of picking chalk until you get to the Sweet 16 because that's all that's been winning. Oh, my goodness. Come on, refresh. Does anything happen? Anything happen? This is the longest TV timeout in the world. Come on. So you guys picked Duke. I picked Kentucky. Right now, Reg is on top with 390 points. Eli is second with 370 points. I'm third with 350 points.
Let's go.
And Kev is dead last with 0.
Man, hold on, man.
Because
Bruh.
I get a text message on when did the tournament start? Thursday?
Yeah.
I get a text message Thursday afternoon. I forgot to submit my bracket.
Man, hold on. Hold on.
Bruh.
You gotta do that.
Bruh, for real? For real. I was just like, man. So, Reg right now.
It's a final.
Come on.
Let's go.
Come on. Trash.
Let's go.
Final.
Trash, UCF. Trash.
Zion 32 points. Aubrey Dawkins had 32 points also. I don't know who Aubrey Dawkins is, but
He played for UCF.
he had a game.
He was balling.
He had a game.
So, Reg, right now, updated bracket tournament challenge. Reg is in the lead with 410 points. Eli with 390 points. I'm bringing up the rear with 370. And, of course, our fearless leader has 0. I'm going to keep reminding him of that until I see him again. Like, bro, you have 0. So, yeah, we can go ahead.
Yeah, we got to get to these brackets.
We can get into these brackets. I wasn't trying to do no analysis while this game was going on and everything. So we could go ahead. Matter of fact, you know what? Everybody pull up their bracket.
Yep.
So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pull up mine, and we'll just go over everything. even though I don't want to go over my bracket because my bracket is terrible. This is why I hate filling out. I just want to enjoy it one year. Can I enjoy it? Can I get some good bracketology going on just 1 year? So we'll start in the East, the first round. Duke versus North Dakota State. I'm pretty sure everybody picked Duke. So number 8 versus 9. I mistakenly picked VCU.
I did the same thing.
I did the same thing.
And they got trashed, 73-58 from UCF.
I took the L.
So here's where I started taking the L as well. Liberty, Mississippi State. Mississippi State.
I had Mississippi State.
I did.
Mississippi State. The number 5 seed out of the SEC. Now, I probably should have took that because, 5-12, whatever the case may be. They lose their first round game to Liberty, 80-76. I took Virginia Tech over St. Louis.
I did the same.
Okay, so they won 66-52. My dumb self believing that Belmont was going to go. I had Belmont going to the Sweet 16. That was my darling Cinderella right there. And they literally almost had it over Maryland. I didn't trust Maryland. It's a Big Ten team. The Big Ten is actually doing very well in this tournament. But
I took Maryland.
Maryland beats Belmont 79-77. I almost didn't make this pick. The LSU Yale game, I took LSU.
I took LSU.
So they almost lost, but they pulled it out 79-74. Again, the Big Ten screws me. Picking Louisville.
I picked Louisville.
Thinking, once again, Big Ten, basketball sucks. Nope. They beat Louisville 86-76.
You took Louisville too?
You took Louisville?
Yeah.
Okay. And, of course, everybody took Michigan State over Bradley.
Yep.
I know that. So we'll go down to the West. I had Gonzaga over F. Dickinson. I don't know who that is.
It's a funny story because Gina told me, pick Gonzaga. I did. There we go.
Man, we should have had Gina for. You know what we're going to do next year? We're going to have everybody that's down by law fill out a bracket.
Yep.
We should have Gina fill out a bracket. We should have your mama fill out a bracket. We should have Erica fill out a bracket. Everybody gets a bracket.
Right.
So, again, being stupid that I am.
Me too.
I picked Syracuse over Baylor. They lost.
I picked
Murray State.
I picked Syracuse also.
Yeah. So the Murray State Marquette game was easy for me. I thought that Ja would have enough to get through this game. I picked him.
I picked Marquette.
Oh. So, 83-64 Murray State. I picked Florida State. Did you guys take
I picked Florida
State? I picked Florida State.
Yeah. We took Buffalo. Did you take Buffalo?
I took Buffalo.
Arizona State.
Yeah, I know
I took Buffalo.
Did. I know you did. I know you took Arizona State. Texas Tech over North Kentucky. I took Texas Tech.
I took Texas Tech.
Yeah.
I took Nevada over Florida.
I took Florida.
I took Florida.
I didn't know nothing.
I took Nevada.
Please,
My bad.
please.
I took Florida.
So Florida pulls out the win, 70-61. See, that's where Red start pulling away right there. Red start pulling away right there. Michigan over Montana,
I took
74-55. Let's go back up here. Still in the round of 64. Virginia over Gardner-Webb. I don't know
Virginia.
who Gardner-Webb is.
Me neither.
I took Ole Miss over Oklahoma.
I took Ole Miss too.
I took Oklahoma.
See, there he go. There he go, pulling away. 95-72. Ridge over here looking like a genius. I took I took Wisconsin.
I took Wisconsin
Oregon.
also.
I took Wisconsin.
And they let us down 72-54. I think that's like the Big Ten team that really lets me down. I took UC Irvine over Kansas State.
I took Kansas
I took Kansas State.
Come on, man.
Who is UC Irvine,
I
man?
don't know. I don't care. All I know is it's some upsets that's supposed to happen in the tournament, and I needed to pick some. So I got that here, right here is where I messed up, but we're going to get to the next round. I took Villanova over St. Mary's, 61-57. I took Purdue over Old Dominion.
I took Purdue.
I took Cincinnati over Iowa.
I took Iowa.
I hate both of y'all. I took Tennessee over Colgate toothpaste.
I took Tennessee.
Even though 77-70. Okay, Tennessee, I'm going to need you to get your stuff together. So we'll go down to the Midwest bracket. I, of course, took North Carolina over Iona.
North Carolina.
My dumb self took Utah State. That was an
Washington.
L.
I took Washington.
I hate both of y'all. I really do. Damn you, Duke. Come on. I took Auburn over New Mexico State.
I took Auburn.
I took Auburn.
I took Kansas over Northeastern.
I took Kansas.
I took Iowa State over Ohio State.
So did I.
So did I.
I thought I was the only one.
No, so did
When
I.
I turned on the game and I saw the score and I was just looking, I scratched. First of all, to be completely honest with you, I didn't even think Ohio State should belong in the tournament itself. They were terrible this year. They were good for the non-conference schedule. Once they got to that Big Ten schedule, they were absolutely horrible.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't even think they deserved to be in the tournament. So I took Iowa State, and they just let me down. I took Houston over Georgia State.
I did too.
I took Wofford over Seton Hall.
I did too.
And I took Kentucky
Yep.
because I need them to eventually win the national
I
championship.
took Kentucky as well.
So we'll go to the second round, which actually happened today, and we'll start off with this stupid game right here. Duke. Even though I have Duke.
Going to the national championship.
No, I have them in my. Actually, I do, but I wish. I hope it's Duke versus Kentucky.
No. Oh,
I think that's who I have in the national championship game.
I don't
Duke
have.
versus
I don't
Kentucky.
have.
I hope it's Duke versus Kentucky.
I got Duke versus North Carolina.
I can see that. Who you got, Reg?
I got Duke versus Virginia.
You believe in Virginia? Reg is one of those people that believe in Virginia. I can't do it. So Duke wins over UCF. Mind you, probably needed to be way, way more than that. 77-76. So Duke moves on to the Sweet 16. This is right now is going on. Liberty and Virginia.
They're
Tech.
actually beating Virginia Tech 24-18.
And I got Virginia Tech.
I don't need that to happen. I have Virginia Tech advancing.
I do too.
So Virginia Tech,
I do too.
I need you to get yourself together. Liberty cannot be the Cinderella. It was supposed to be Belmont, not Liberty. Never mind. So I didn't even have this game. I had Belmont beating LSU and moving on to the Sweet 16. But LSU beats Maryland to move on to the
LSU.
Sweet 16, 69,
I had
67.
LSU.
Who did you have LSU moving
Yes,
to the
I
Sweet
did.
16? Yeah, screw both of y'all. See? And Michigan State dominates Minnesota, which
Hold on.
You got barbecue back there, and you didn't invite me.
Bro, that was one of those games I just turned off like yesterday. I just looked at the score. I was like, nope, they're not coming back.
I had Michigan State.
70-50. I had Michigan State going to the Sweet 16 as well. Gonzaga beats Baylor.
I had Gonzaga.
83-71. I had Gonzaga beating Baylor. I had Florida State beating Murray State, which they did handily.
Yep.
So did I.
You got barbecue back there,
62.
and you didn't invite me.
As much as I like Ja, I saw the game, and number one, the first thing that I saw, because this was my first time seeing him this year, he has the flattest jump shot I have ever seen in my entire life.
does.
Like it's
Yeah, he
pretty
does.
and it goes in, but literally his shot release is so low that it looks like a line drive. I don't know how that's going to translate into the next level on the NBA.
I hope it's not another
So,
Markelle Fultz situation, boy.
his jump shot was pretty. I don't know what they did to him in Philly. He was a man in Washington. Now, granted, he didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he sort of went the Ben Simmons route. But he was phenomenal. I don't know what happened. Hopefully he can recover. He's in Orlando now. So I'm getting ready to fall even more behind here because I picked Buffalo to get to the Sweet 16 as well.
I had Buffalo against beating Texas Tech, and they getting dominated
getting
right now.
I got
Right
Texas
now.
Tech winning that game.
Oh, see, Eli trying to gain some ground on you. Oh,
Hey,
man.
you know what happens if I win, right? Y'all ain't gonna never hear the end
I
of
know.
it.
Reg, if I don't win, I need you to win. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear none of that. Michigan destroys Florida.
I had Florida, man.
Did you really
I had
beat Michigan?
Yeah.
What?
I had Michigan.
That was
Yeah.
I told you that was my
Oh,
my
that's right.
sleeper.
You did say that was your sleeper. Yeah, I took Michigan. I feel like Michigan can really ball. So go back up to
South Conference.
the South Conference. Virginia and Oklahoma plays tonight. I have Virginia moving on.
So do I.
What about you, Eli?
I had actually Ole Miss in it, But
Oh, so you had Ole Miss
Yeah.
upsetting Virginia.
Yeah.
Oh, so you need Virginia to lose. You need Virginia to lose.
Let's go, Virginia. I got
Virginia
Virginia in the
lose.
championship.
I have UC Irvine beating Oregon. I don't know what was wrong with me this year. I just felt like picking all these darlings to get to the Sweet 16. So I got UC Irvine getting to the Sweet 16, which is still possible.
I'm not even in that one.
No, me neither.
Can I skip this, please? I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. So I had Villanova getting to the Final Four.
Yeah, I did too.
I got Purdue.
I thought Jay Wright. I
Damn it,
thought
Rich.
you got Purdue getting to the Final Four.
I got Purdue. Yeah, I do. I got Purdue going to the final. I do.
I'm sick of Red.
I do. I got
so
Purdue
sick
going to the
of
Final
Red
Four.
right now.
I got
You
Purdue.
gotta turn his mic off. Turn his mic off. I'm sick of him. So I had Villanova upsetting Purdue yesterday, and it just didn't happen. They got destroyed, 87-61.
Purdue rolling.
I mean, they are rolling. And then I had Tennessee.
Yeah,
I had Tennessee
beating Cincinnati, but that doesn't matter. They beat Iowa 83-77. They'll play Purdue. When does that start? When is the 28th and 29th? Is it like a Thursday or something?
Yeah, Thursday.
Okay. So they'll play them. We'll go down here to the Midwest bracket. I had North Carolina. They rolled Washington 81-59. I had Kansas.
I had Kansas
I
too.
had Kansas
And they let me down. Auburn defeats Kansas 89-75. This game really didn't matter. Who do I have advancing right here? It didn't even matter because I had Iowa State beating Houston. So
I got Houston beating Ohio State.
I got Houston beating Ohio State.
I got Houston.
I
too.
don't.
Come on, Houston, damn it.
If they lose to Ohio State,
Man.
if Ohio State makes it to the Sweet 16, I'm gonna know something up. If Ohio State makes it to the Sweet 16, I bet you the only people that don't had Ohio State make it to the Sweet 16 are Buckeye fans.
Gotta be.
Got to be.
Gotta be.
And then I had Kentucky defeating Wofford.
I got
still
Kentucky
have
also.
Kentucky. So my Sweet 16 is trash, but the Sweet 16 right now looks like it would be Duke versus
Virginia Tech.
We're trying to hope for Virginia Tech come back here. LSU versus Michigan State. Gonzaga versus Florida State. Texas Tech versus Buffalo. The winner between Houston and Ohio State and Kentucky, which we all hope is Houston. North Carolina, Auburn, which disgusts me. Tennessee and Purdue. And
Come on, Purdue.
Virginia, and I'm going to hope UC Irvine. My Elite Eight, I have Duke playing Michigan State.
I got that.
I got that.
I have I have Florida State playing Michigan.
I got Gonzaga playing Michigan.
I had Gonzaga playing Florida.
Come on, Florida State. I need that right there. I need them ends right there. I got Kentucky playing North Carolina. It's gonna be a phenomenal game. Who do you guys?
I got Kentucky playing North Carolina.
I got Kentucky playing North Carolina also.
Okay. And I had Tennessee playing Villanova, but that's not going to happen now.
I got Virginia playing Purdue.
Okay. I got and Virginia and UC Irvine, so that's still a possibility here for my Elite Eight here. My Final Four: Duke, Michigan, Villanova, and Kentucky.
I had Duke, Michigan, Villanova, and North Carolina.
So you was on the Villanova bandwagon with me.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I was the only one
No.
riding. Like, come on, Nova. I got y'all. Let's ride one more time.
Duke, Gonzaga, Virginia, and North Carolina.
Man, he still got all his Final Four teams, man. You said Duke, who?
Duke, Gonzaga, Virginia, and North Carolina.
Okay, so I need, so yeah, I might catch up with you because you know that Kentucky North Carolina game, and
North Carolina gonna whoop them.
No.
Listen, if they beat Duke twice in the regular season, what makes you think they're not going to beat Kentucky?
Man, Kentucky a different team from what happened earlier this year, man. They a different team, man. My national championship game, I have Duke versus Kentucky.
My national championship game, Duke versus North Carolina. Rematch number 3.
Duke versus Virginia.
And my national championship, of course, Kentucky.
My pick, Duke.
My pick, Duke.
I want that Duke versus Kentucky rematch because Duke smashed them earlier this season.
I thought Virginia played Duke really tough. They lost at the end, but Virginia they missed all. They was like 2 for 12 for 3-point.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna shoot that bad again.
I think they want part 3 of the Duke in North Carolina. I think that sells. I mean, it's a rivalry and national championship game.
I'm hoping Ohio State gets to the Final Four and screws everybody else's bracket. Wait, are they in my national championship bracket? No, never mind. I don't need that. They play Kentucky next round. No, I don't need that. But so there's our picks. My bracket, for whatever it's worth, I'm already sick and tired of it. I think the perfect brackets got eliminated. I think earlier today, as a matter of fact, or late yesterday. So nobody has a perfect bracket. Everybody's picking Duke to win the championship. I think 70% of the brackets that were submitted on ESPN.com picked Duke to win the national championship this year. It's just so boring to me. It's boring. It's easy. The next was 30% was North Carolina, which is weird. I'm just okay.
They want that 3rd rematch.
That would be a nice game.
Stephen A. Smith said North Carolina is Duke's biggest threat.
Yeah, because they manhandled them twice during the season.
Man, I'm not gonna flex. Who do they play? Let me take a look at this bracket because this whole UCF thing, literally, I'm just looking like, really? So y'all play hopefully Virginia Tech and not if they play Liberty, Duke is gonna destroy Liberty. Zion's gonna have like 45 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists. I hope they play Virginia Tech, which I don't see them even. It may be a bigger challenge than Liberty, but I don't see anything. I don't see them tripping up until Michigan State, which I had them playing Michigan State, and I have them defeating Michigan State, which I'm kind of regretting that pick now because they looked so weak against UCF, but whatever. I don't know why I'm not rooting for them because then I have 2 Final Four teams.
I don't know. Michigan State, like when they're in the tournament, they're pretty dangerous.
I know.
Always.
I know. Tom Izzo is a master
Right,
at that.
right.
That's why I picked them, but they're not in my five. I couldn't pick them over Duke. I just couldn't. I just feel like Zion is too much. But now my pick is in doubt. But alas, I don't know. I get frustrated with these things sometimes. Like,
because it be the
it's
jankiest
like
teams.
the
that mess your
jankiest
bracket
teams that mess my bracket up.
Last year was Loyola, Chicago.
Last year, I believe my bracket was busted the first weekend. I was done.
It was first
I
weekend
was
for me.
done. I was just like, okay, none of my teams have made it to the Sweet 16 at all. And I believe, I have most of them, but I can't believe I picked Buffalo to beat Texas Tech. Buffalo
did too.
is getting killed by Texas Tech. It's 56-33. Please, come on, somebody. For the love. Reg, you have to win. You have to win. If we have to hear this for the whole entire, it's going to be the whole entire year until next year. And when next year rolls around, he's going to remind us, who won the bracket challenge last year? It was me.
I'm the
I won
defending
the bracket
champ.
challenge.
I'm the defending champ.
I need the belt. Somebody give me the belt. Well, I'm right on your tail. I get 370.
Don't worry, the belt is coming because I already picked out the design.
Oh my God! Speaking of you, did you see the post? Did you see the post? Are you in the group yet? You're not in the group.
I am.
Are you
I
in
didn't see the post though.
I was about to say, did he invite you to the? the Facebook page yet for the draft? The draft is in August. The draft is like 100. He put a post up today, like there's 163 days left to the draft, and I was just like, cool, let's go. And I'm waiting. I'm waiting because I promise you, I'm gonna try. Reg, you said you wanted to get
Yeah, I'm
into
playing.
right?
I'm
Yeah,
playing.
yeah. I pray. I'm bringing a camera because I pray that he goes through with this. He comes down with the championship belt, with the Triple H music entrance, with the ooh yeah, I'm the champion. Yeah, I pray that you do that.
I'm still doing it.
I hope you do. Because this is gonna be hilarious. Right now, Texas Tech is destroying Buffalo 59-33 in my hopes of even catching up to anything remotely, because both of them picks Texas Tech, and they're going to get 20 points, and I'm not.
No, I picked Buffalo also.
No, you picked Texas Tech. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at your pick right now. You picked Texas Tech.
I picked Texas Tech?
Yes. I'm looking at it, Reg.
I could have swore I picked Buffalo.
Because I got the cool thing about this now is when I go and I look at, if I click on the games, it'll show, what you guys picked for that game. I'm the only one that picked Buffalo. So congratulations to me. So yeah, my bracket is screwed. I hope yours isn't. Come on, Kentucky. Boo Duke. Eli, what's the name of the song?
The name of the song called Darkness.
Oh, you was right.
William Beaton. This is the Quad Brothers Sports Show on One Unit Media Network.
The Quad.
I hate y'all.
William Murder in the beat. 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 William Murder in the beat.
Welcome back. They over here laughing at my misfortune and
You the one who picked him.
my bum. I thought being a nationally ranked team all year and playing a very good non-conference schedule,
Listen.
I thought you would be all right. And
You can be nationally ranked all year, but when it comes down to
you're
March,
just upset because they beat your Bowling Green Falcons.
yeah, I'm upset. I'm upset. about
Let me
that.
ask you this: if Bowling Green had made it in, would you have picked them to go to the Sweet 16?
Yep.
I know he would. I knew that was coming. I knew that was going to be a yes. I knew it was going to be a yes. They could have played Duke And he
He
would have
had
picked Bowling Green.
He had them winning by 2.5 points.
Zion got held to 12 points by the Bowling Green. I'm sorry, the Falcons, right? Okay, I couldn't remember. I'm sorry. Whatever. Roll, whatever.
Yeah,
I see.
put some respect on that.
Oh, okay. I see y'all got eliminated in the hockey tournament as well too.
Today?
I don't know. Check it. I'm pretty sure y'all got eliminated. I'm pretty sure. I mean, you guys did kind of well. You won a game or two, I think. I believe. I don't really watch college hockey until the Frozen Four. Yes, I watch college hockey. I'm a nerd like that. I do that. Oh, they made a 3-pointer. Yes, come on. Let's make a comeback. Texas Tech 66-39 over Buffalo.
No, we clinched a place in the NCAA tournament.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Golf clap. What seed did y'all get?
I don't know. Let me just check that.
That's what's up. We don't pay enough attention to hockey around here. I feel like we don't. We need to. I like hockey. I've never watched college hockey that much before in my life, but I like hockey. So, moving on from that, this week is the beginning of the tumultuous and long-winded baseball season. I can't even get excited by it. I can't even begin to get excited by the Cleveland Indians.
I'll tell you who fan base are excited: the Phillies and the San Diego Padres, because they got two of the biggest free agents.
Yeah.
Padres lineup is crazy.
Yeah. But I don't even know what to expect from the Indians anymore. My expectations are we'll win the division and we'll lose the first round in the playoffs. I don't see us beating any of the good teams. Now, granted, we always have that puncher's chance because our pitching throughout the season, we have the best rotation in baseball, period.
Right. But the bullpen is just trash.
Trash. And the offense is trash. And the outfield
is trash.
Is mega trash.
We traded Edwin and Carson Young, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why we got Carlos Santana back.
Come on, man. Edwin is way better than Carlos.
Did you see and feel the air go out of Reggie's voice when he said Carlos Santana? Like, what? Didn't you played for us?
Yeah.
We traded you.
Yeah.
And now we need you
didn't
back.
Trade him. He left.
He left?
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't want to pay him. Is that what it was? Oh.
So we got him back.
Where did he go? He went to
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia, and then Philadelphia traded him to
Are they
Seattle.
paying most of his salary, or just?
I think Seattle is paying.
Okay, I was
going
going to say, did the Dolans do something stupid? Because that's what.
And we only got him back because he was a fan favorite.
Right.
Screw that. He has no bat power.
I mean, his numbers here in Cleveland, he had the best years here in Cleveland. So.
That was 2 or 3 years ago.
I was about to say,
too.
how long ago was that? I can't even remember. I don't even remember when he was here.
Edwin, Carlos.
I would have took Edwin. I would have took Edwin in a heartbeat. Especially now.
Yeah.
How long are we going to be here without Frankie? How long are we going to be here without Jose? I don't know. So we can definitely we'll get into the preview here. We can start in the AL East because it's going to be a doozy. Do you guys think that the Yankees did enough?
No. I'm gonna tell you why. They didn't do enough this offseason. They could have went after Bryce Harper. They're the New York Yankees. They're the big team, big money. They could have got Bryce Harper. They could have got Manny Machado, but they re-signed Aaron Hicks. That's all they did.
Yeah, but they lineup is so already stacked. I mean, now granted, you can always add another bat because you are the New York Yankees.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, yes, you have Aaron Judge, who is a phenomenal player, Giancarlo Stanton, but you look at the strikeouts and the home runs.
Aaron Hicks Brett
Aaron
Gardner.
Harris, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I
didn't expect it to all come together for them the first year together anyways.
No.
So this year
Yeah.
is going to be the year.
It might be, but you have to. You also have the Boston Red Sox in your division, who are the World Series champs.
was gonna say, so you think that the Red Sox did enough basically to go ahead? They'll still win the division.
Yes.
I want to disagree with you only because as a 90s kid, I'm not going to lie, I grew up loving the Yankees.
Okay.
So I would like to see the Yankees win just so I would have something to enjoy this season because, God, I hate you, Indians. I really do. And it pains me to say that because I love Cleveland sports. Just I can't stand this team. I don't know what it is. I don't like this team. Maybe it's because I don't like the owners. I think that's what it is. I hate the Dolans. I hate them. But I would like to see the Yankees challenge the Red Sox.
Well,
I don't know if they have enough to do it.
One thing that the Red Sox did, which is, I hate the Boston Red Sox. Always hated them. And I hate the New York Yankees. But anyway, Boston Red Sox actually agreed to a 5-year, $145 million extension with Chris Sale today. Chris Sale.
That's
about
what's
2
up.
days ago.
That's what's up.
That's a smart decision because you still got that tight lineup with David Price and Chris Sale, that 1-2 punch.
My question is, how much is Mookie gonna get paid?
Ooh, that's
At least 250, 300.
How much is Mookie gonna
Because he
get
turned
paid?
down a $200 million deal
That's
already.
crazy. Like, nah, I don't need that $200 million. Oh, I wanted to talk about this before we go even further. Mike Trout,
$430 million.
$430 million.
And to break it down to be even more exact, he's getting paid $211,000 per game. There's 162 games in the season.
Bruh.
And you know what? He deserves every
Yeah, he does. I'm not
penny
gonna lie.
of that money.
He is far and away the best player in baseball. Like there
Right.
shouldn't be any argument
He's
about
always
it.
in the MVP discussion.
There shouldn't be
every
any
single
argument
year.
about it. He is far away the best player in baseball. But bruh, could y'all sit just sit there and close? I want everybody to listen. Close your eyes, and every time you go to work, and every Friday there is a check waiting for you. For how much was it, Reg?
$211,000.
Right.
And you get that 162 times. 162 times.
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Do you know it was funny because when the contract broke, when the news broke, everybody on Twitter was like, "Yo, I need my son to go out and practice baseball right now. Son, go get
Reggie
your baseball
hit me
glove.
up and said, hey,
Son, go get your
hey,
baseball
yeah,
bat.
go
Go
get
get
your
your
bat.
bat right
Yep,
now. Go get your mitt. We finna go outside, get this tee together, put your football down, put your basketball down. This man just got paid almost $500 million to play baseball.
To sit in the dugout, chew some sunflower seeds, go out, bat maybe 3-4 times a game,
Plays
go out to the
outfield.
outfield, maybe get a fly ball or two.
I could see if you played like pitcher or shortstop.
Right.
So he's an outfielder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
He gonna be talking with the fans more than he be involved in the actual
right,
game.
Right. And when Tim Kelly came on about a month ago, he was saying, Mike Trout is a good guy. Like in the sun, after baseball is over, he goes home and he has a room downstairs in his basement. I guess he don't spend a lot of money.
No, he doesn't.
He
And
live with his parents.
the crazy thing.
How old is Mike Trout?
He,
Ooh.
look that up. The crazy thing is that he's so humble and he's so
Right.
nonchalant about it.
He
Like,
could walk in here right now and I
wouldn't
wouldn't
know who he was.
Me neither.
Exactly. That's the crazy thing. Mike Trout, I believe I read a stat somewhere last year. He wasn't even in the top 10 selling jerseys in all of baseball. This is your best player.
He's 27 years old.
27.
27 in the prime of his career.
Yeah.
Your best player. And I guarantee you, more kids know who Bryce Harper is.
Absolutely.
More kids know who Francisco Lindor is.
Absolutely. Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton. More kids know these players than your best player
Manny
in
Machado.
baseball. And you know what? That to me right there is in essence of what's going on, what's wrong with baseball. Y'all not popping with these kids, man. Y'all not. And even with the money that's coming in, we keep telling kids like, yo, y'all better go pick up this baseball bat. Like, for real. This money is guaranteed. That means if Mike Trout got injured on the field tomorrow with a career-ending injury, don't want to wish that on nobody.
And he has a deal with Nike.
They would still owe this man $400 million. Right. Everything is guaranteed. So
well, you know how it is in the inner city. Like, baseball is so obsolete.
Man, that's the crazy thing and the whole thing. See, I'm getting ready to go back in the time and everything. Before I played football and before I played basketball, I wanted to play baseball. I loved baseball. Right. Baseball was my favorite sport. Before I fell in love with the game of basketball, I was in love with baseball. Me and my mother used to call me off of school, and my mother would call off of work, and we would go down on opening day back when the Indians were, the Indians. Yeah. We were rock stars when we owned the Major League. Right. My mother would call me off of school like, yo, my son is sick today. He ain't coming in today. My mother would call off of work. I ain't coming into work today. And we would go downtown, and we would go to opening day. We did this for like 4-5 straight years. I loved baseball. So I tried to play baseball with the other folk, the Caucasian people. They didn't want to let me in. They refused to let me into they traveling team, they whatever, they little club, whatever they had. And mind you, I was good enough. They just didn't want to let me in. So we found a baseball league that was put together. I don't know if it was from a church or whatever it was, but it was in the inner city. And man, it was just terrible.
It wasn't the Cleveland Baseball Federation.
I don't even remember, dude. I was so young. I don't remember. All I know is it was terrible. The fields were terrible. Mm-hmm. The players were terrible. Mm-hmm. The coaches were terrible. We didn't have no equipment. We didn't have no balls. We didn't have no gloves. We didn't have no players to play the game. Coaches would show up late. Games would be canceled. Practices would be canceled.
Right.
So I just gave up. I gave up. I moved to Lee and Harvard, started paying attention to football, started playing George Monroe, then fell in love with basketball. And my love of baseball has just dwindled. It's non-existent to me anymore. I'm just like, okay, well, that's nice.
Well, you know me. I mean, when I was a kid, I played for, the recreational, teams, whatnot throughout the city, Cleveland. And my first love always been baseball. Always been baseball. It was baseball, then football, then basketball.
I bet you know who my cousin was, because he's a legend in Cleveland baseball, Johnny Roscoe.
I know who he is.
See, so, and here's the thing, though. They stopped paying attention to the inner city, which is the craziest thing in the world to me. And I don't, I don't want to go down and.
I'm sorry. One summer, I coached at Kent Johnson, Kent Johnson Recreation Center. And, I came to the field, teaching the kids the, fundamentals and everything. Some of these kids didn't even know how to hold a bat.
It's crazy. That's crazy to me. How do you not know how to bat? Besides the fact of playing organized baseball, we always played baseball in the hood.
Yeah.
Always. We was having home run derbies, hitting out people's windows, hitting them up. You hit the bar. We used to play with a tennis ball.
Yep. We used to play any
tennis
bounce.
Ball. Yes. Any bounce was the greatest game ever on earth. Right there, I used to stay on 169th on Walden off of Lee Road, all them trees. You would hit the ball and you would hear the tennis ball just that, and we would just hit it over people's roofs. Like, dude, now you got to go find the ball, and you got to have a whole rack of tennis balls.
We used to just around like the corner, right off of Churchill Avenue, okay, on Harry Davis in that little area right there. We used to play any bounce, but we would also play against Lee on the other side.
Yep.
And we used to keep score how many balls you can hit on top of the roof. School.
Yes.
I was in the lead for hitting balls on top of the school.
I don't understand it because baseball used to be so part of our culture and everything. Like, we
Yeah.
grew up playing baseball. I know I'm only 30 years old, but come on. And for whatever reason, baseball just moved out of the inner city. Baseball became uncool, even though
Well, it's expensive.
that too. That definitely too. I mean, first of all, you have to have the area, you got to have the field, you got to have the equipment. All you need for a football is a football,
Right.
And
I
players.
always wanted to get my own like little league team around here.
Man, that would be dope. That would be so dope if we could do that. That would be so. Do you understand how much I would enjoy that? Is there even a league around here anymore?
Most recreational centers like play organize.
Still
baseball.
leagues up at Thurgood.
Really? Okay.
And Corey Recreation and
Okay.
Zelma Watson, Georgia.
Okay, that's what's up. But it pains me because we got way off topic, but it's cool though. It pains me because most of the best players in Major League Baseball history,
Foreign.
no, they're black.
They're black. Yeah,
They're black.
Okay.
Barry Bonds,
Mhm.
Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, Ken Griffey Jr.
Larry Doby.
Everybody, who didn't as a kid, who was cooler besides Deion Sanders and Ken Griffey Jr.? He had the earrings, the backwards hat, the swag, the swing, the smile. I don't.
That's still my favorite player.
I just don't. And it seems like they turned away from the inner city and they started focusing more on the Caribbean, the Dominic, all that stuff, which is fine because man, no, those cats they can
play
ball
year
too.
round.
They can ball too.
They
for
play
real.
year round.
They can ball. But it seems like since they diverted that attention away from the African American community, it's like we've lost our touch with baseball. Like I bet you not one kid in Cleveland probably knows who Mookie Betts is.
Right.
Like nobody. I bet you if you try to name any black kid besides the people in Boston, yo, who is Mookie Betts? Who?
And
Who is that?
And another thing I think it has to do with is different personalities in football, basketball, and baseball.
True.
You get more it seemed like the faces are being shown more, being endorsed more in football and basketball, whereas baseball, you really don't know who the guys are, and they're not real. Personality-wise, they don't stand out to these kids.
That's the crazy thing about it. We see more baseball players than we see in football. Football, you spent the time with your helmet on and everything, but we'll recognize Baker Mayfield in a minute. You'll recognize Odell Beckham in
That's
a
because
minute.
they on these commercials.
They on everything.
They on everything. They all on
everything.
social media.
That's another thing that I don't understand. Baseball has such a terrible presence on social media.
Yeah.
A terrible presence on social media.
do.
And if you're not on social media, these kids don't give a damn about you.
You got to be on social media.
Who are you? You ain't even on Twitter. You ain't even on Instagram. Who are you? You ain't real. Get out of here. So as much as they want to talk about the adjustment of the game, I feel like the game is fine. Yeah, some games can be a little long.
Right.
But that's baseball. That's what baseball is.
It's a different. There's a difference
no clock.
from So there's a difference in sitting at home watching baseball, but going to
when
that
you
ballpark,
go to the field and watch a baseball game,
it's
bruh,
exciting.
That is the best. I kid you not. For those, if any of our kids are listening, I'm telling you right now, if you want to have a good time,
Go out to the ballpark.
go to a baseball game. And I know y'all not old enough yet, so don't do it yet. But when you turn 21, 22, and you can go have drinks at a baseball game with the food and the food.
Got to
and
get you a
alcohol,
stadium dog with
and
stadium
sitting there
must.
just talking, chilling, watching the game. Bro, there is nothing more relaxing than going down watching some baseball. It is a beautiful thing.
Especially on a Friday or Saturday night, man.
It just amazes me, how they've gotten out of the inner city, how they've gotten out of the youth. I feel like instead of trying to fix the game, trying to speed up the game, they need to find ways to make the game more marketable to today's kids. Because I'm not even gonna lie, even these white kids don't like playing baseball all like that. They just, you know what I'm saying? You don't see the benefit of it.
I mean, you know what? To that point, and they sort of kind of do a little bit because they have this competition called the pitch hit and run, where they,
What is that? I don't even know what that is.
Well, it's like what's that competition in football where it's like I forget the but like the pitch hit and run is like the fastest time around the bases, or
Oh, really?
If you hit it far enough or you pitch within the strike zone, you can move up to the state competition, the nationals. National competitions are usually during All-Star weekend.
Oh, okay. Hey, I might have to check that out.
But it's like you said, it goes back to being more involved. Like, when was the last time you seen Mike Trout tweet? Or
Right.
I've
Dude,
never read. I've never
seen
read a
a
Mike Trout tweet
from Mike Trout. Is he on Twitter? Look, I'm about to look this up right now. Like, is this man even on
I
Twitter?
doubt it.
Like,
I doubt it.
That's a very good question. I can't remember the last time I saw a Mike Trout tweet. Oh yeah, there he is. 2.5 million followers. The last time he tweeted was 3 days ago.
But 2.5 million followers from the best player in baseball.
The last time before that was 6 days ago.
You take the best player in basketball, LeBron James, and he probably has
He got like 12 million.
Yeah.
We gonna see. We gonna find out. LeBron James, because of course I'm following LeBron James and I'm not following Mike Trout. 42.3 million followers.
And Mike Trout has 2.5. It's no comparison.
No.
I'm sorry, that's just hilarious to me. Your best player has 2 million followers. Now, I'm not trying to sneeze at 2 million followers, because if I wish we had 2.3 million followers right now. But you're Mike Trout. You are clear cut the best player in baseball.
You just signed a $400 million contract,
and you have 2 million followers. Who would y'all say the most popular player or the best player in football? Let's not do
in
Tom
football.
Brady. Let's do OBJ.
It got to be OBJ, Cam Newton, somebody on that.
And I'm following OBJ. By the way, shout out to Odell Beckham Jr. for officially changing his jersey to a Browns jersey on his Twitter handle, and he got the background with him and Jarvis. It's going. It's a good time to be a Clevelander. But he has 3.8 million followers, which. Man, basketball is crazy. What's Tom Brady have? Let's see, Tom Brady. I bet you he got more than Mike Trout. How much you want to bet? That's Tom Brady's ego.
Cam Newton probably do too, because Cam Newton heavily involved in the social media.
Where is Tom Brady at? Is this really Tom Brady? That's not Tom. I know Tom Brady has.
Cam Newton got 1.1 million.
1.1.
I know Tom Brady has to have a Twitter page.
He be on Instagram. I know that.
Yeah, he's on Facebook a lot. I don't see a Tom Brady Twitter. Oh, there it is. That's not him. Cancel. That's definitely not him. 109,000 followers. That's definitely not him. But whatever the case is, it's far and away the 2 point whatever it was from Mike Trout. I wasn't even following Mike Trout. That's the terrible thing about it. And I'm supposed to be talking about him, but I don't follow him. It's sad. It's really, really sad with the decline from baseball. That social media presence that you said, and I don't honestly, and I'm trying to think of it as we're talking about it. I don't know what they can do to fix that problem. I really don't.
Well, Bryce Harper got 1 million followers.
That's it?
That's it?
That's it? Yeah. That's crazy. And here's the crazy thing about it. He is the most personable baseball player that they have right now. Like, he's the most exciting. He's the most brash. He's the most outspoken. He has how many followers?
1 million.
1 million?
I mean, Yashiel Puig got, 931
That's it?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
1,000 followers.
That is crazy. Wait, okay. So now I need to look up something. We going totally left right now. I need to look up something real quick. That is absolutely insane. I want to see, out of all the athletes, who has the most Twitter followers. I bet you it's like a soccer player or something like that.
So?
Probably. But he has 900. Yasiel Puig. I would think it would be more because he would have his whole country behind him. 900,000. Man, what is going? I don't know what's going on with baseball. This right here is the problem. You heard it here first on the Quad Brothers. Somebody tweet at what's his name? Rod Manfred. Is that his name? Yeah. I don't even remember. You see, I don't know your own commissioner's name. Rob Manfred. Somebody tweet at Rob Manfred. You don't have a baseball problem. You don't have a game problem. You don't have a schematics problem. You have an attention problem. You have a social media problem.
You gotta bring some swagger back to the game.
You have a brand problem. Yeah. It's not about how the game is played. It's about your athletes. It's about your stars. Nobody knows who these people are. How are you the top baseball player and you have 1 million Twitter followers? 1 million.
I think you got to bring the swagger back to the game to make the kids get back involved.
Correct, Phil. The number one person who has the most Twitter followers is Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's not surprising. How many does he have?
Let's see.
I knew it was gonna be soccer. Soccer is crazy, man.
But yeah, you got to bring the swagger back into the game to start having these players wear customized cleats and
something.
Stuff, you know what I mean?
Bruh, that would be so dope. That would be so dope. Like, because granted, finally, and it took them a while, but that's what I applaud Adam Silver for being so liberal about things, because he's like, yo, this is a time where I see football is kind of declining. Baseball is all the way back down there.
77.2 million followers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I knew it. Baseball is all the way back there. Let's do something. Let's open this up. Let's
open it up.
And he realizes that without the players, we don't have an NBA. Mm-hmm. So these cats are wearing all types of sneakers. Have you seen the sneakers this year? These sneakers have been dope.
Yes.
I'm just like, yo, that is a phenomenally dope idea, Reg, for them to be able to wear whatever cleats that they want. Because I promise you, they have to wear either black or white cleats.
Already know.
You got to have stuff tucked in, and your cap got to be a certain way. And
the kids will gravitate to that just like that.
Man, I'm out here with
Might try it out with some customized cleats.
These fly trouts on and everything. With these fly Griffies on. With these fly Lindors on, styling on people in the batting box.
Come
and
on,
everything.
man. The kids eat that up.
You know who's number 15?
Oh.
Dwayne Johnson. The Rock.
The Rock?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. I can't. He's still popular. He's still one of
12 million followers, and number 18 is John Cena.
Man, I'm about to look at that. We got to go over that list. You know how we do last half an hour. We freestyle. I want to come back to this because, Reg, I feel like you had some good idea right there, man. Baseball, y'all got to get y'all swag up. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. That was the word I'm looking for. Baseball, you got a swag problem. That's what it is.
Exactly what it is.
Eli, what's the name of the song, bro?
The name of the song is called Drippin' by Serious Beats. This is the Quad Brothers Sports Show on One Unit Media Network.
The Quad.
Welcome back. So we finally figured it out. The Quad Brothers. Let it be known first. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tweet that out when we get done with this show. Let it be known first. The Quad Brothers have figured out the baseball problem. You have a swag problem because y'all are swagless. So I just wanted to get into this list real quick, and then we can jump back to the baseball preview because baseball season does start to see. That's the problem. That's one of the problems. Could you imagine us talking about football or talking about baseball and then just talking about basketball, the preview for the season, and then just completely just go left and just be like, yeah, we'll get back to that at another time. No, you're not important right now. So you are right. Cristiano Ronaldo is number one at 69.8 million followers. 69.8 million. Number two
I don't even know who the hell that is. Sorry.
That is a soccer player. He is. It's like, okay, so I'm going to school you right now a little bit. There is him, and then there's Lionel Messi. So,
I know who Lionel Messi is.
You know who Messi is,
Yeah.
But you don't know who Ronaldo is?
I don't know who the hell is Ronaldo.
No.
is.
Hit the bruh button. Hit the bruh button.
Bruh.
Right now. I didn't think you would know who Messi was. So, they like the I don't want to say MJ because Pele is like the MJ of soccer and everything. I want to say like
Ronaldo is like the LeBron.
it's like the LeBron Kobe debate right now. Like who's the greatest of their time right now and everything. And so the soccer people, they have a debate. It don't get as heated and as nasty as it does between Kobe fans and LeBron fans.
Right.
But yeah, so that's him at 69.8 million followers. LeBron James, 40.7 million followers. Shout out to LeBron, man. One time, missing the playoffs since 2005, man. That was the last time LeBron James was not in the playoffs, 2005.
And they say the last time he missed the playoffs, they were previewing YouTube.
Brother, I saw the one thing.
YouTube wasn't out yet.
YouTube wasn't around.
YouTube was founded in 05.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The last time he missed the playoffs, iPhones had just came. iPhones had come out.
And I was a freshman at Bowling Green.
The last time LeBron James, and this blew my mind because you know how big Netflix is. Remember when Netflix first started
DVDs.
off, all they did was deliver DVDs. I had forgot about that until they showed that picture. The last time LeBron James missed the NBA playoffs, Netflix was still just delivering DVDs. And y'all want to tell me this man ain't great? You crazy in your head. Get out of here. Bye. So, number 3 is Neymar Jr. Again, that's a soccer player, Brazilian, 38.2 million
I
followers.
heard him also.
Yeah, he's friends with OBJ. Actually.
Number 4, Kaká. I don't know who this person is. I don't know. Soccer, again. This is crazy right here. If this don't show you how swagless and how baseless baseball is. Number 5, I cannot pronounce this man's name. Excuse me. Scatchin Tenduklar. Okay, I don't know.
Play soccer?
No,
No,
he plays cricket.
Yeah.
What?
He plays cricket. Reg, he plays cricket. Eli, this man plays cricket.
I mean,
And he has
kind of like baseball. I mean.
24 million followers. He plays cricket.
Never heard of him.
Number 6, I believe this is a soccer player.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure is.
No, I'm sorry. Number 6 is a cricket player as well with 23.2 million followers. Cricket. Number 7, number 7 is a soccer player. Number 8 is a soccer player. Number 9 is a soccer player. Number 10 at 17.4 million followers, Kevin Durant.
KD?
KD. KD.
I thought he was hated.
I guess I don't
It's
know.
not.
KD. That is the top 10, I believe. I hope this is a credible source. But I believe, yeah, it says Cristiano Ronaldo is the most followed sports star. That's crazy. Cricket. Let me say that. I need that dramatic pause so that sinks in for everybody that understands what's going on here. Cricket players have more followers than baseball players. Now, granted, I know cricket is big in India. It's cricket. I don't even know if cricket is a global sport. You know, soccer is played everywhere.
Right.
Even though it's terrible here in the United States, soccer is the world's game. Everybody plays soccer. But the crazy thing is everybody plays baseball too. Yeah. Everybody plays baseball. Who does not play baseball? Canada plays baseball. Who doesn't play baseball? Who doesn't know baseball? Who doesn't pay attention to baseball? You are literally getting outdrawn by cricket players? Okay. So with that being said, you have a swag problem. We're going to go ahead. We can finish this up with the baseball preview. Staying in the AL East here, what do you guys think about the Tampa Bay Rays? Do you think, I mean, they won, and I was surprised to read this. This shows you how little I paid attention last year. I was surprised to read. They won 90 games?
Yeah.
Last year?
Yeah.
Did they have a better record than us?
Well, let me see. Let me check that.
Are you? I don't remember them winning that many games last year. I honestly do not.
I thought they was trash last year.
Was the AL East really that good last year?
Actually, they were 90-72.
What the heck?
I didn't know that.
And what was our record? 92 and 70 or something like that?
I believe so.
They won 90 games last year? Holy. I literally did not know that.
Yeah, we were 91-71.
They were literally a game behind us. Excuse me. So, if they can keep it together, man, all I
Who
had
that Tampa Bay team got?
Eli.
Let's see.
Because Brad Miller, he with us now. That's who.
Let's see. They got a picture of Blake Snell.
Blake, he
Yeah.
the lefty.
Yandy Diaz.
Okay.
We just traded him.
Okay.
Let's see. They don't have pretty much anyone.
That's what I'm saying. How did they
How
get
are they
to
doing this? Like, I have not heard of anybody on their team. That's amazing. That's amazing. So, heck, it may come down. Thank God that our division is weak and we don't have wild card aspirations. Because the fact that they won 90 games and none of us even knew about it, like, yo, the AL East is stacked. That might be a 3-team race. That's gonna be good. That's what's up. There's one more thing in the AL East that I do want to mention because I am ecstatic to see this player. Eli, you know, Vladimir Guerrero had a son, right?
Yeah, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Man, this kid looks exactly.
Fernando
and
Tatis' son is good too.
Really?
Yeah.
He had
Yeah. Both of them are in the same minor league system.
Oh, that's what's up. He looks. I mean, his batting stance and his swing literally looks just like his
He
father.
wear number 27 also?
I believe so. So I can't wait. Now, granted, he's going to start the league and he's going to start the year in AAA because they don't believe he's a major league talent. But we all know the real reason why you're starting him in the minors, so you can keep him that extra year without having to go to arbitration.
Right.
We're not stupid. So I can't wait to see what he has to do. The Baltimore Orioles, they're trash. They won, I believe they lost 100 something odd games last year.
And they lost Manny Machado.
They're
They
trash.
were 47-115,
trash.
And they lost Manny Machado.
So
and they have an old Adam Jones,
Adam Jones. Strikeout first, Trumbo.
and they have Chris. Well, not Crash Davis, but Chris Davis. I'm not gonna
Strikeout first.
trash. So we get to the American League. So you guys are gonna pick. You're taking the Red Sox in the AL East, right?
I am taking the Red Sox.
Taking the Red Sox.
I'm gonna take the Yankees just because that's a stupid fan pick. I will. Well, we'll get to the wild card a little bit later. The AL Central, of course, we start with the Indians. I don't see any reason why the Indians should not win the division. I know
It's
you
just
guys.
that outfield. Like,
The
that
outfield is terrible. But
Then we just signed Carlos Gonzalez. Right?
I know. Did I text you when we did
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
I believe I sent the group. I was like, really, Cargo? Come on, man. The rotation is fantastic. Corey Kluber, Trevor Bauer, Carrasco, Clevenger, Beebs, man.
Yeah.
The rotation is phenomenal.
I love Mike Clevenger.
Yeah,
But
he
has
came
blossomed.
around. He came around.
He has
last
blossomed
year.
into
Yeah.
a really good pitcher. The first Kluber, Bauer, and Carrasco is just filthy. That's nasty. The only thing that I can't stand is the fact that we don't have a left-hander in the rotation. That pisses me off. But whatever. The bullpen, it's not going to be the same bullpen that it was, back in 2016. Hopefully,
Miller anymore. No more Andrew Miller.
hopefully,
Thank
they
God
can
for
hold
that.
it down. Right now, it's going to piss me off if he rejuvenates himself and
You know he gonna do it.
he's going to piss
Where did
me
he go again?
off. Where St. Louis? He went
St.
to St.
Louis,
Louis.
yeah.
Yeah, he's going to destroy me. Where did Cody Allen go?
I don't know.
That's a good question because I don't even remember where Cody Allen went. The outfield is just atrocious. The outfield has to be one of the worst outfields I've ever seen in my entire life. Tyler Naquin and Bradley Zimmer.
He went to the Los Angeles Angels.
Oh, okay. Tyler Naquin, Bradley Zimmer. They have not developed as I thought they were.
I like
going
Bradley
to.
Zimmer. I think he been injured.
Yeah, he had the injury bug.
For what it's worth, Michael Brantley, even though you didn't do crap in the postseason, and Lonnie Chisenhall, they're both gone. So
Where Lonnie go?
Pittsburgh.
I like the Lonnie,
Brantley
man.
went to the Astros.
Yeah. So
Michael Brantley went to the Astros.
Yeah.
I can't even name anybody in our outfield, but I believe we have enough to make them the AL Central. I just don't know what we're going to do in the postseason. You guys believe that the Minnesota Twins are going to be? Are you stating that they may be contenders for the Central?
They may, I think they may be contenders for the Central because of three people: Max Kepler, Miguel Sano, and Byron Buxton.
Yeah, but they don't have any pitching.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's exactly why I don't feel like anybody in the Central is going to be able to touch us right now. They don't have the pitching.
Byron Buxton is one of the fast players in the league.
Right.
So I believe they'll come in second. So let's just get it all. I know we're all picking the Indians to win the division.
Yeah.
The White Sox, for whatever it's worth, I believe they're a couple years away. And the Detroit Tigers.
How far have they failed?
The Detroit Tigers. Well, they're doing a good job of rebuilding, though. At least they have some good pitching depth. I believe they have the second best rotation in the line in the division. Excuse me, but I don't see them getting anywhere close to us. And the Kansas City Royals, man, oh man,
How have they fallen?
Man,
They've
man.
fallen.
But you know what the crazy thing is? They did the correct thing. What I wish the Indians would do. When you have that window, that opportunity, you go for it.
Right.
They got to the world. They got to the World Series one year. They said they lost. They said, "Screw it, we're gonna go for it." They got back. They won. Right. And you know what? They almost lost 110 games last year, but they got that World Series ring.
Yeah.
I would rather have the World Series ring right now from 2016 or 2017 or 2018 and lose 110 games this year than to be 90-62, win the division, and get crapped out in the first round.
First round, yeah.
I would rather have that.
Me too.
I don't understand. That's like being the Atlanta Hawks in the NBA when LeBron was here and he was good. You want to keep winning 60 games, but you're not going to go anywhere. You just keep losing in the first round. Who wants to do that? So, I don't know. So, we're all picking the Indians to win the Central. American League West. The Houston Astros are still the Houston Astros, no matter if their pitching rotation has gotten a little bit thin. Still Altuve.
That is a major loss with Dallas Keuchel.
Yeah. And I almost want to take Oakland. Almost. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to still stick with Houston to win the American League West.
Who all in that division again?
It's Houston, the Angels, who this is another thing that if y'all don't start wasting that boy's best years, he reminds me of LeBron back when he was in Cleveland and everything. It's just like a waste of talent, just being pretty much wasted. They're not surrounding him with anything. It's them, the Angels, the A's, and then the Seattle Mariners.
That's a sleeper team.
The Mariners?
Yeah.
That's your sleeper team?
Yeah.
Now you know.
I said that's a sleeper team.
A sleeper team. That's not your sleeper team. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I like the Angels in the American League West
I
simply
hope
because of their back in their rotation. They just signed Trevor Cahill and Matt Harvey.
I would hope so. I would like to see the Angels at least compete for the division titles. Oakland's gonna be there. That money ball, man. They know what they're doing out there.
Yeah, Billy Bean.
They know what they're doing out there, man. Almost won 90-something. I know they won 90-something games last year. The Mariners, I believe, are in a rebuild mode. They just traded Robinson Cano to the Mets, so I believe they're in a rebuild mode. The crazy thing is about this, they wasted Felix Hernandez. And I mean, they wasted Felix Hernandez.
Yes, they
Felix
did.
Hernandez was good for about at least, 7-8 good dominant years, and they did absolutely jack with it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's crazy. I believe that they're going to be in the basement, and the Rangers, I don't even know who's on the Rangers. Do you know anybody that's on the Rangers? Eli?
They got some bats. They got some bats over there.
And Odor.
Road no door.
Are you serious? Are you sleeping on Elvis
I'm
Andrus?
sleeping on the whole Texas Rangers organization. Y'all are trash. Goodbye. So I'm gonna go with Houston again.
I'm gonna go with Houston also.
I'm gonna go with Los Angeles.
2 wild cards. I am going to. It's 2 wild cards,
Yeah,
right?
that's correct.
I am going to go with the Boston Red Sox and the Oakland Athletic. So it's basically going to look like last year.
Yeah.
I'm going with the New York Yankees and the Oakland Athletics.
I'm gonna
Long as
go
you
with
got-
the Boston Red Sox and the
You
Houston
had Boston
Astros.
winning the East.
Oh yeah,
didn't
that's
you?
right. That's
Yeah.
right. I'm sorry. Let's see. I'm gonna go with.
I swear to God, if he doesn't pick the Yankees,
I'm gonna go with the Yankees,
Thank you.
and I'm gonna go with the Houston Astros.
Yep. Okay. So switching over to the National League, National League East, the Washington Nationals.
They lost a lot with Bryce Harper, boy. Oh my God.
The Washington Nationals. I don't know what to think about them because they still have one of the best rotations in baseball, but you lost Bryce Harper, and I still think that they'll contend for the NL East, but we will see.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
What
No.
about you, Reg? You with the whole Bryce Harper
It's
thing?
over.
It's over with.
Yeah.
Did the Atlanta break? Who won the East last year? Was it Atlanta? Wasn't that your sleeper team?
That's who
Here
I
it come.
I
Here
was
it come.
last year. I said Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, they won the NL.
They won the NL East.
Yeah.
I thought they would do better than go further than what they did, but I'm picking to Atlanta Braves to go to the World Championship, the national champion.
You hear
the
it
World
here
Series.
first.
I'm picking the Atlanta
You
Braves to go
heard
to the
it
World Series this
here
year.
First, Reg, for whatever it's worth, Reg's picks for these baseball teams have been lights out. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it do. But whatever it is, man, because you picked the Milwaukee Brewers last year.
Yeah,
For whatever
I
it was,
picked the
Milwaukee
Milwaukee
was
Brewers.
on fire last year. So, you know what? I'm gonna ride with Red. I'm picking the Atlanta Braves to win the NL East. I don't know if they're gonna go to the World Series, but I'm gonna pick the Atlanta Braves to win the NL East just because Reg picked them.
I'm gonna tell you why y'all both wrong. Because, the Philadelphia Phillies.
Oh, I forgot about the Phillies.
Have you seen their lineup?
They got a nasty lineup.
I forgot about the Phillies.
They got a
Reg, I might have to jump off.
They got a nasty lineup.
No, I'm not jumping off. I'm sticking with my boy Reg. The Philadelphia Phillies, yeah. It's going to be a good time, man. Man, Philly is rocking right now.
Yeah,
man. Philly is rocking right now. Football, baseball, and basketball, all good. I don't know what the Flyers are doing. I don't pay attention until it's time for the playoffs anyway, but we'll see what happens with them. But, yeah, the Phillies will be something special. I can't wait to talk to Tim Kelly during baseball season. He riding cloud high. He just up there flying. Like, I ain't came down yet. You know, we sitting in here in Cleveland. We done came down from everything. We sitting here tapping our fingers waiting for football season to start. They got the whole summer to run to the finals from the 76ers. The Phillies are going to be good. I'm still going to roll with you, Reg, but, man, that Philly team is going to be strong.
Yeah, that Philly team is going to be strong.
This is the most disappointing team in the world to me, the New York Mets, because their rotation is ridiculous. Yeah. Jacob deGrom and Noah Syndergaard are just
awesome,
flat out nasty,
phenomenal.
And it's just like y'all wasting their career. Y'all not doing anything with it. I don't see the Mets getting past third, even with Robinson Cano hasn't been good to me since he left New York. Now, granted, he's been on the West Coast, so I haven't been paying attention.
Since he got off them steroids.
I didn't want to say that. You didn't have to put it out there like that. If they stay healthy, I believe they could do something special. But that's a big if. I don't believe they're going to space. And we don't even need to talk about Miami because they're trash. Derek Jeter, I don't know what you're doing. I still, in my heart of hearts, I still believe Derek Jeter gave Giancarlo Stanton to the Yankees because he's a Yankee. I really do. I will always believe that. So me and Reg are going with the Braves. Eli, you going with the Phillies. I don't know what kid's going to pick. We'll get to him a little later. He's still at 0 for those that bracket tournament, bruh. The NL Central. The Chicago Cubs, beautiful starting lineup, beautiful infield. Their rotation, I don't even remember who exactly is in their rotation. They have to win 90-plus games, and they're going to make the playoffs this year. I don't know if they're going to win the division.
Ain't the Padres in that division?
No, it'll be the Cubs, your Brewers, the Cardinals, and the Pirates, and the Reds.
The Brewers going to win that division.
I agree with
Reg says the Brewers
I
is
agree
gonna
with
win.
Reg.
You agree with Reg.
Yep.
The Milwaukee Brewers, Kristen Yelich. I forgot he was there. Kristen Yelich.
Yeah, nasty.
Lorenzo Cain.
Ryan
Braun is still there. It's ridiculous.
And what's the guy that
Eric Thames?
Eric Thames.
Yeah.
That left swing, boy.
Yeah. They're gonna compete.
Yeah,
so you guys are taking them. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm taking the St. Louis Cardinals.
You never count out the Cardinals.
I'm going to take the St. Louis Cardinals. They have had, a 3-year playoff drought, I believe? Yeah, that's don't cut it in St. Louis.
They got a few bats over there.
They don't cut it in St. Louis. So I'm going to take the Cardinals. I believe they do have enough to go ahead and win the division. You guys are taking the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yes, sir.
Cincinnati Reds, we don't care about them. Nope. I feel sorry for Yasiel Puig because he has to go down there and play. Pittsburgh Pirates, I literally feel like they are in the same boat as us. They have a nice team if only they could add a few pieces, but their owners are too cheap to do anything about it, so they're probably going to be stuck in the middle. We'll get to the NL West. We already know who's going to win that division, although I'm pretty sure one of y'all are going to pick the Padres. Which one is it?
The Padres going to win that division.
You're going to pick the Padres.
I'm not gonna pick.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I'm picking the Dodgers because the Dodgers are going to win
I'm
that
not
division.
even picking the Dodgers.
If you pick the Diamondbacks, I'm going to punch you in the throat.
I'm picking the Diamondbacks.
I think that's the toughest division in baseball.
I'm picking it. Okay, so we all three are picking separate. I like this.
I think that's the toughest division in baseball.
I like
Phil.
that. I'm picking the Dodgers. You're
I'm
picking
picking
the
the
Padres.
Padres.
You're picking the Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks.
I just the only thing that pisses me off about the Dodgers right now is, come on, man, Kershaw, get it together. Get it together, bruh. Please. Oh, you know what the crazy thing is? We completely and this team was so good last year. The Colorado Rockies.
Yes.
We literally just dismissed them. I completely forgot about the Rockies. And just because I forgot about them doesn't mean I'm going to pick them, because I'm not.
Is that not the toughest division in baseball, though?
Yeah, that's going to be the toughest division. The only people that I don't see, unless something amazing happens, which it tends to happen in San Francisco, but I don't see them going anywhere anytime soon. So I will take the Dodgers. You're taking the Padres.
I'm taking the
Diamondbacks. For wild cards, I will actually take the East is so hard. I mean, the NL is so hard. Lord, I will take the Chicago Cubs only because my brother will kick me in the shins if I don't pick the Cubs to make the postseason. And I will take I will take the Phillies.
I'm taking the Colorado Rockies and Philadelphia.
Okay.
I'm taking the Chicago Cubs as a wild card, and I am taking the Colorado Rockies.
All right. So we don't even, because I don't even know who's gonna. I would love to pick the Yankees to win the World Series just because that would do my heart so much joy. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pick the Yankees to win the World Series just because
They got to defeat the Boston Red Sox.
Yes,
first.
I know. Because I don't. As much as it pains me, because I want to pick the Indians to win the World Series, because that would just be so phenomenal. But I don't see.
Do you remember in 2016
Yes.
when
Yes,
they
Eli.
counted the Indians out? Like,
Yes,
they
Eli.
didn't even think the Indians were going to make it to the World Series.
I
let
remember-
alone to the playoffs.
I remember 2016 because me and Eli were best friends in 2016.
Yeah.
I remember 2016 because me and Eli went down to the championship, watched the championship game downtown with Gina for the Cavs. It was the best feeling in the world. And literally, I thought we were going to do the same thing. We were down there, Game 7, World Series, when, oh my God, why can't I remember this guy's name? What is his name?
Andy?
No, the guy that hit the home run. What's his name?
Rajay Davis.
Yes, when Rajay Davis hit that home run.
We thought we had it.
Man, you want to talk about wild. It was rocking down there. Like, man, people were jumping up and down, laughing at the Cubs fans. Like, ha, 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 you done lost the game. And
Ben Zobrist came up and
we thought, I knew we had it. And I'll tell you when we knew we had it, and then I forget, was it Santana or whoever it was? He almost hit a home run. I swear he was like this much off, and it pulled foul, and I was like, that was it. That was it. And then the ninth came, and I felt that raindrop, and I was just like, oh, nah. Yeah. Nah. Only in Cleveland would we get to Game 7, have all the momentum in the world to put the Cubs away, and it started raining. And literally, it only rained for like about 10 minutes. And I was just like, this is bad. This is bad. And then they trotted, I forget who they trotted out there, whatever pitcher it was. It was somebody terrible. I can't remember who it was. He'd been bad all year. I can't remember who it was. But they trotted him out there, and we had to face the Cubs middle of the order. And I was just like,
Ben Zobrist was the one who actually, got us.
right. And I was just like, I saw who was coming up, and I was like, damn, this ain't it. This is not it. You remember during the Cavs run when we woke up and everybody was nervous. I told y'all, I was like, this is a different feeling. We got this. We about to do this. Man, when that knife ended crept up and I saw who was coming up, that old Cleveland feeling crept in the back of my neck. I was like, nah, this ain't it. Like, yo, this is not about to be good. And we haven't been the same since. We have not been the same team since. Even when we was up, what was it, 3-0 on the Yankees? Yeah. I was just like, I don't see it. Yeah. I don't see it. Yeah.
Let's bring back 95 in. Atlanta Braves versus the Cleveland Indians in the World Series.
Can we win this time at least? Can we win this time at least? I would take 97. Come on, Miami. Let's go to the World Series.
Damn it, Crit Council. God.
I would take 16. Come on, Cubs. Rematch. Let's go. Whatever. But I think the Yankees are going to go to the World Series. And as much to chagrin of Eli Robinson, I will come in here in full pinstripe Yankee gear if the Yankees win the World Series. Bruh, before we get out of here, I just want to tell you, bruh, it was so funny because this is another reason why I love baseball, bruh. I used to go down to Yankee games. I mean, decked out in Yankees gear. This was like back in the 90s and the 2000s when the Yankees were good. Yeah. Everybody hated the Yankees. This is how docile. Now imagine back when the Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers was good, you going down to Cleveland Browns Stadium with some Steelers gear on, talking trash, doing whatever. What's going to happen to you? You going to get beat up.
Yeah.
Right.
Remember last year, and I hate condoning this, but remember 2017 after the Warriors won that championship and them idiot Warrior fans was walking around with them Warriors jerseys on. Mm-hmm. And what happened when them boys from Cleveland caught up with them Warriors fans? Man, the one dude, he threw the Warrior fan into the gate. He threw him into the gate, folded him real quick.
Well, look what happened to that Cubs fan when he was walking around talking trash, and the Indians fan came up and
got stole on.
Yeah, he got
stole on so quick. Man, I used to go down decked out in Yankees gear. The Yankee hat, the pinstripe. Like, I had the pinstripe jersey, not the robe jersey, the pinstripe. I was talking mad-ish as a kid. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing. Y'all can't da-da-da, whatever. Bruh, I don't know who it was, but I was 16 at the time. An Indians fan bought me my first beer. And we just sat there and chopped it up the whole time. I was 16 and he bought me. Yeah, don't worry about it. Let me get you one of these beers. Come on, sit here. I'm not condoning y'all go out and drink. No underage drinking. Do as I say, not as I do. I'm just telling y'all, man. It was a phenomenal time. So hopefully we can get back to that. That's going to do it for us. Good show. I hate Duke. My bracket is trash. I hope y'all bracket is better than mine. We sorry, Colin Sexton, and just hope the Indians ball out this year. I'm waiting. I'm ready for football season. Screw everything else.
Yeah,
man.
me too.
Screw everything else. This is even this week. It was so hard to find things to talk about because I'm just like, don't nobody care about the Indians. The Cavs are trash. The tournament's going on, but what happens after that? Can we have football yet? Please let it be September. So I'm ready to go. It's time to go. For Eli Robinson, for Reggie Logan, my name is Phil Rucker. This is the Quad Brothers Sports Show. Eli, what is the name of the song?
The name of the song is called Behind Bars by Luxray Beats. This is the Quad Brothers Sports Show on One Unit Media Network.
The Quad?
You got a swag problem.